live stream is over 9,000 milliamps. I can't do the voice. Hey, everybody. Make sure you guys check out our channel partner, Supps. Go to gamersupps.gg and use code ZAK for 10% off. Keto friendly, 0 calorie, 0 sugar. I drink it to keep myself going, to keep myself energized. Tonight, drinking a little dragon fruit. So go ahead and check them out. Use code ZAK. Gamersupps.gg. We're going to get started, and we're going to talk about these cameras here. Once I can find the button. Oh, yeah, after this one. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to ZAKtalks TECH. My name is Zach. Hello, over here. This might look like a little bit different angle. It's actually the same iPad, but I have it on a gooseneck mount now, and I'm actually using the selfie camera, which is 7 megapixels rather than 12, but I think it still looks good. It's just raised up a little bit more. Hope you guys are doing good. Of course, we got camera 1 over 2. We got camera 2 over here with the phones, TCL 20 SE, TCL 20S, and the 20 Pro 5G. The entire 20 series right here. There's a cam link I was testing out earlier. Had some problems with my original input, but now it's working again, which is really weird. Yes. All right, people. First of all, I want to give a quick thank you, quick shout out to StreamYard, our live streaming sponsor here at ZAKtalks TECH. Streaming us in glorious 1080p. StreamYard's really easy to use, people. It's used for streaming. Yeah, StreamYard. It's used for streaming. It's web-based. You don't need any software. You pick a camera, you pick a microphone, and away you go. You can record yourself. You can stream out to multiple locations. Tonight, we're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, and we're on Facebook. So we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, and we're on YouTube tonight. We're going to multiple locations. But you can do LinkedIn. You can do all sorts of crazy things. You can go to Twitch, whatever, right? Good stuff. So check them out, StreamYard.com. The link is down below. You can actually try them out for free. Tell them Zach sent you. Use that link down there. It helps us out. And thank you to them for taking care of us here at ZAKtalks TECH. All right, people. You guys know how we do this. First of all, tonight's stream, we're going to be going through some photos. I think there's some video. I thought there was more video than what I was going through the Google Photos. The nice thing about when you're testing phones, when you're testing multiple devices, as long as you sign into the same Google account, they all sync up, obviously. So it's easy to put together your folders and everything, right? Real simple. Especially with these right here, with the TCL devices, because they have a watermark that you can actually turn on, which I do turn on. So a lot of you are going to see a watermark in the bottom left-hand corner of these photos. By default, that watermark is turned off, okay? But me as a reviewer, whatever you want to call me, I turn that on just for easier to put things together. So we're going to go through those photos today. Keep in mind that the majority of these photos were all taken outdoors on a sunny, kind of overcast day. And honestly, the setting that we were at, it's actually hard to take a bad photo. But I am really impressed. I'm really impressed. I'm surprised. Like last year, I was impressed with what TCL did with the 10 Pro and the 10L. But even more impressed for what they're doing with these devices and the price points they come at. If you're interested in any of these devices, there is a link for Amazon. It is an affiliate link down in the description. It does support the channel at no extra cost to you. Now, before we get into that, we're going to do what we always do, and we're going to greet the chat, see who's here this evening, and, say hi. That's what we do here. Going through here. I'm going to go right to the top of the chat here. By the way, channel members, hey man, Bob Grimes, Bob Grimes always coming with the jokes, man. We love Bob. Bob's a good guy. Bob's a good supporter of the community here. Bob Grimes, yes, you can call me ZAKtalks TCL. It's the thing right now. I'm just getting into it. I know, there's going to be people that are interested in these devices, and they should be. They're good devices. They're very good devices. Anyway, as I was saying before, channel members get channel emotes, emojis, custom emojis. You can take a look here. For example, we got Tech for Your Needs. If you're looking at the chat replay, his name is in green. That means he supports the channel. Additionally, you can click the join button, do that as well. We do private live streams. You get access to custom emojis. You get access to a custom icon beside your name here in both the live chat and also on the comments on YouTube. And it changes. And yeah, there you go. You don't have to do that. It's completely optional. We appreciate our channel members. We got Fit Blonde Tech. How you doing? Genos is in the house as usual. Ace Rocks Tech. He's also a channel supporter. Glad you're here. How many milliamps is a live stream? Well, like I said, Don, it's over 9,000 or something like that. I don't know. I don't remember the meme. But look at this, people. Look at this, people. See how we're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, and we're on Twitter. There we go. There we go. Marco, how you doing? Bob Grimes on coming. Yes, you go. Tech 702. How are you, sir? Mike, we're good. You know that. Come on, man. We good. We're good. Well, what else we got here? Oh, he goes, oh, shoot. The intro volume doesn't match up with your mic at all. Okay, so is my mic still low? Because I did a whole reset of my computer, and I don't know what's going on. It might actually even be the interface. I've had a feeling for the last couple of weeks here that my interface, my Scarlett 2i2, might be going, which I don't need to be replacing that right now. They're relatively cheap, but it's just extra costs, right? Maybe it is. Help me buy a new interface, people. Super chats are open. Oh, man. He says here, just looked at the power bank I used, 4,000 milliamps, and I got for free 6 years ago for signing up for a phone carrier. It's all good. There you go. There you go. That should have you covered for most devices. Had to turn you up to hear you. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's here's the thing, Jano. So I did a reset, like a full reset, rebooted everything, and I did a quick recording, and yeah, I played it back, and I'm like, why is this so low? And it makes me wonder if something's either up with my actual laptop that I'm on right now, because I'm on a MacBook Pro, as you guys know, that needs to be replaced. It doesn't need replacing, but I'm gonna replace it. Or if it's my interface, because lately when I'm watching YouTube on my computer, I've had to turn my volume up louder and louder. So I wonder if there's something. But again, that's not the input, that's outgoing. I don't know. I have to do some more tests, but I appreciate you guys bringing it to my attention. I will definitely look into it. I'll turn on this music a little bit so it's not drowning me out here, because we are doing just a simple kind of camera comparison, camera look at here. Yes, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. This 20S, 20S looks nice to me. Yeah, the 20S is right here. I like the look of it the best. It has the fingerprint reader on the side here, on where the thumb is. You got a capacitor here on the back here for the 20 SE, and of course the 20 Pro 5G is under display on the other side, obviously. Very nice look to them. Very classy looks. Very nice colors. We got battery powered. How you doing, buddy? Glad you're back. Haven't seen you a lot. Hope you're doing well there, Chris. Hey, we got a super chat here from Tech 702 with the You know what I forgot to do? Shoot. Forgot to plug my sounds in again. Tech 702. TCL got to slide nice at LG spot and run with it, I think, as long as they list how many milliamp batteries they have. Okay, you know what? Like, seriously, people, come on. Like, okay, so I'm the one that said it, but I mean, come on. You have to admit, if Apple had listed the milliamps right there for y'all to see right away, most of you probably would not have freaked out, or freaked out as hard as you did. Yeah. But anyway, thank you, Mike. Here you go. Show me the money! And also, one more time, we're also going to do... all right. So I appreciate you. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that. Did you all see the ripoff Apple MagSafe attachable charger for $99? Well, we don't know if it's ripoff yet, Bob. I guess we'll have to test it out and check it out and see if it does all the great things that we suspect it will do. Not just charge, like it's optimization thing, and you know, it's not just pushing a charge all the time like we were talking about over on the previous live stream there with Andrew Edwards and Painfully Honest Tech. Yeah. Tech for Needs says audio is fine. So I don't know, guys. I'm definitely gonna have to play back the stream after and take a look at it for myself. So Please try to bear with me. I'm going to talk louder, much louder, and hopefully, like I'm already looking at my levels here on my Scarlett, and it looks like I'm clipping. So hopefully it's not going to be too harsh on your guys' end. I will check the YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook streams after. All right, people. So what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about the TCL 20S, 20S, and the 20 Pro 5G. Took all three of these devices out to Lake Louise, which is about 2.5 hours west of me. If you don't know where Lake Louise is, in the middle, basically in Banff National Park. It's one of the most famous lakes in the world. And the lake is very blue, greenish, aqua kind of colored because of the runoff and the sediments and the minerals and the glacier water there. You can canoe on the lake. You're not supposed to go swimming, but there was plenty of people jumping in yesterday to cool off because it was hot up there. It was hot. It was 25 degrees Celsius, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. I think that's like 77. That's hot for Canadians. It was hot. But people with their dogs in there, they're not supposed to bring your dogs in there. It's a national park, people. But anyway, it's a nice place. You can kind of dip your feet in. There's a nice path that goes around. You can rent canoes. You guys will see some canoers and pictures and things like that. So what I did is I actually gave all three phones to my kids in the back seat, my 9-year-old and my 6-year-old, and I said, hey, play with these on the way out. Take pictures. Do what you're going to do. And they just randomly took pictures. So I'm going to give you guys just kind of like a randomness of photos, like how everyday people take photos. Okay, so none of these are color graded, and none of these are like, I'm not professional. I'm just a guy that reviews tech and takes pictures of things like anybody else, right? So this is as real as it's going to get, okay? Yeah. We'll see. All right, people, let's go into the photos here. Let me share my screen here with you. What I might do is I might actually go full screen here and put myself in the corner. I think I can do that here. Let's do the share screen. This right here. Gonna click. There we go. All right. Can we go full screen with this? Can we go full screen? Yes, we can go full. I don't know if that makes much of a difference. We'll just leave it right there. All right. So the beautiful thing about Google Photos is it makes it really easy. So you guys can see here all three phones. This picture was obviously not taken with one of the TCLs because it's a picture of the TCL phones. But we took all of them out. So just some randomness on the way out. Again, this is the perspective of a 6- and 9-year-old from the back seat of the car. You know, we're on our way out to the mountains here. Let's zoom in on this photo a little bit. So, you know, it's good, but then once you start to zoom, you do get some shakiness because not all these devices have, you know, optical image stabilization. Okay. The S model, I know, does have optical. It doesn't have electrical. The SE is definitely stripped down. It doesn't have any of those great features. You definitely need to use stabilization in some parts. And I will show you guys photos where we use stabilization. Here's a selfie with my son, and I think this is on the S. This is on the 20S model. Just playing around there. He got his hair done the other day. Here's the SE. So here's a good comparison. Okay, so this is your midline here, the S. Here's the SE. Again, he's just in the backseat of a car. I think like anybody else would, like take a selfie. And I don't know where he gets that eyebrow thing from. Pretty sure he gets it from me, obviously. All right. Again, more backseat, stuff here. This is with the SE. We got some kind of cloudiness here going on. I'm not sure why it would. I think maybe someone touched the lens there. We did clean it off later on. Now, when you're driving along and you're going 100 kilometers an hour, which is the equivalent of about 65 miles per hour. I think we were going about 110, which is probably about 70, 72 miles per hour. You're gonna get blurriness, obviously, like this, but obviously in the distance, you're not, right? So, you know, very much the way it looks like, very much what I expect from a mid-grade device, basically like this. Again, moving in a vehicle. It was kind of funny. My son was complaining. He was saying, "Oh, all these cars keep on going by," and I'm like, "Well, they're driving on the highway, son." But it was a good test, like for this right here. So we'll again zooming in, you can see, but generally the main photo there, right there, like that's, you can see what's going on. You can tell the color. You can see the different markings on this RV, things like that. Okay, clouds and everything. That trees look all where they need to be. Right, looks good. Another selfie. This is the 20 Pro 5G. and I think it has the best selfie camera of all three of these devices. If we go back, here's the S, here's the SE, and then we go to the Pro 5G. I think this one has the most natural. But again, like, these are not bad. I don't think you can complain about this, especially with the price point that these devices come down and what's kind of been not included with them. Okay, but again, you know, obvious differences here and there, right? These aren't professional. These are just everyday photos, right? Driving along. Okay, and then we're gonna get to our. We stopped at the Lake Minnewanka. I can't remember what they call it. There's a bunch of different picnic sites and everything. Let's get to the Lake Minnewanka. Here we go. So this never happens. If you go out here on the weekend, Banff National Park, these are all filled and there's people usually everywhere. But again, we have the Calgary Stampede going on right now. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up. And we also have got, you know, it's Monday. Yesterday was Monday, right? 100 kilometers an hour is 62 miles per hour. So there you go. So my math is like totally off. So I was doing about 110. So we'll say 65, 60, 68. I don't know, Mike. Yeah. Gino says the middle selfie is pretty potato. The rest was fun. I like the use of the emoji. Good job there. Yeah, the Stampede, buddy. It's I'm not going down, that's for sure. But I usually avoid that thing. During Stampede is the best time to get out of Calgary and go visit the Rockies because nobody else is out there. Okay, so we're gonna kind of continue on here. Again, this is the 20 Pro 5G. I mean, everything looks very natural. You can see the markings in the table here. It's obviously a public thing. The grass, you know, little fire pits right here off in the distance, the mountains of cars over here. Everything looks like, you know, just like you would expect. Now, there's some little what they call Richardson ground squirrels. These little guys right here, they're always looking for food. You're not supposed to feed them. You're not supposed to feed these things, people. Please don't feed these things, okay? But of course, there's people there that are feeding them, right? You're not supposed to feed them, but you know, there's people there that feed them. So people were feeding those, right? Anyway, I mean, this kind of thing doesn't know what a bread is. You know, it eats dirt or whatever, right? It doesn't eat bread, okay? It's just bread, man. No, dude, don't feed it bread. Don't even give it salted peanuts. What's wrong with you? All right. Anyway, took some pictures. These ones were handheld. The ones that use stabilization with a tripod, you'll see in a bit. So here again, here's the mid-grade device, the 20S. All right. The sky was definitely bluer. I remember looking at this photo a couple of times going, the sky was not that dull. And I think you might see that in the other one. So again, that's the same camera. So here we go. This photo right here. So this is the regular wide angle on the 20S. But then if you pick a mode on all the TCL devices have something called high pixel, uses a high pixel lens on there. If you pick high pixel, so this is the 20S regular wide angle. When I went to the high pixel, look at that. Look how the sky changes. So this is the wide angle on the 20S. And then when I go to the 20S high pixel, you know, things change. And this you have to use stabilization with because it takes literally a couple seconds, about a second and a half, maybe 2 seconds to process the photo. It tells you to stay still. Kind of picture using night mode on a device. You know how it says stay still? When you use the high pixel mode on the 20S and the 20SE, you gotta stay still. You gotta stay still. Okay, otherwise you'll introduce blurriness. Okay. Again, 20S right there, same photo. I took it twice. Then I used the ultra wide with the high pixel. And that's exactly it. That's what you would see there. All right. These are just ponds. You don't go swimming in them. You're not supposed to go. You go canoeing and stuff like that. Right. But there's little picnic areas all the way around. In the winter, there's no water in here. They take the water out. You can go fishing if you get a special kind of license. Really kind of nice. Again, 20S high pixel. That's the same photos taken twice, basically. But you can see the difference, right? Like if you look at the 20S, the regular here, and then you look at the high pixel ultra wide, you can kind of see, especially like between this, like the regular and the high pixel right here, you can see that difference in the sky, right? You guys can see that, hope, right? So something to definitely be aware of. These cameras are definitely very capable of taking very good shots, but you definitely want to try, when you're using the high pixel settings, to use stabilization. So pick up a mini tripod, regular tripod, whatever it is, okay? But if you're just using the regular auto settings, I think you should be good to go. Here is the 20 Pro 5G. So, putting things in perspective, here is the 20S, 20 Pro 5G ultra wide high pixel. So 20S, that's the mid-grade. And then this is a 20 Pro 5G. This is a spectacular shot. And you can see some of the software kind of bringing, you know, I don't want to say saturating, but bringing some of those colors out more. You can definitely see more detail in the mountain here in the background. So we'll go back here on the 20S. See, it's kind of a little bit dull and whatnot, right? When you go to the 20 Pro 5G, like it's like the trees are all brought up very much, right? This is very, I don't like using the word dull, but it's definitely not as vibrant. Here's the 20 Pro 5G. What can you do in Alberta? You can do anything. We're completely open. Hi from Hong Kong, Andy Wong. How you doing? Glad you're here. Gino says, I like the ultra wides on the TCL, not the color science though. Yeah, so I'm going to fully admit right now, I very much prefer the camera on the 20 Pro 5G. But that being said, I would be happy with any of them. Truthfully, I really would. It just, I guess you have to know the limitations, and, you know, like I said, you need to introduce some stabilization depending on the settings you're using on the 20S or the 20 SE, okay? So anyway, let's continue on here. You can drill for oil. There you go. So we're going to continue on here. 20S again. Okay, we're going to keep on going. Where are the SE photos? We're going to keep on going here. Or did I need, I don't think I took any 20S photos. 20 Pro 5G. Here we go. 20 Pro. Okay, that's 5G. That's 5G. Here we go. SE. So this is on the lower end. This is the $189 really stripped down TCL 20 series device. Okay, it's got the capacitive on the back there, 5,000 milliamp battery. There's, I don't think there's even, well, no, I'm not going to quote on that, but it's very much stripped down, as you guys can see here. It's the bigger one of all of them, but it, you know, it comes at $189. This is very much a device for someone that wants just bare bones. You know, they might text, go on Facebook here and there, but they're not, you know, they're not posting to social media and stuff like that. So that's the SE, and again, it's still very natural looking. I think the blue in the sky on the SE here actually looks better than the S. 189 American Genoses. I always quote American prices because the majority US audience. I apologize. So it's going to be around 225 Canadian, I believe, with the conversion. Okay. And by the way, Genos, I don't think the SE is in Canada. I'm pretty sure the SE and the Pro are US, and Canada got the S and the Pro. So we got the mid-grade and the Pro. But you can buy all three on Amazon through my links there. They're all unlocked. Again, another SE shot here. Again, look at the, here's the, again, look at the grass on the SE here. And then we're going to go over to another angle, the SE. So again, this is the same phone. Just, you know, by turning the camera a little bit and kind of taking a bit of angle, you know, it's doing some, I don't want to say weird things, but the color science, I guess, if you will, or the way it's processing the photo. Again, this right here on the SE, this is the high pixel with stabilization. This is just handheld. And I can tell that again because of the sky like I was talking about. Again, when you're using the high pixel setting here, you want to use some sort of stabilization. It's just, it's really needed to get that perfect shot. Okay. SE, 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 SE. We're going to keep on going. Took up a whole bunch of SEs. Okay, Pro 5G. We're going to get to the family photos here. All right, so here's really good comparison. The next three photos here are all stabilization. So on a tripod using the countdown timer. Okay, so this is the 20 SE, 20S, 20 Pro 5G. So we'll go back to the beginning here. You guys can let me know. I mean, which one do you like? Again, these are all on a tripod using the countdown timer. And by the way, I like how TCL does this. They have a 3-second, and then it goes to 8-second timer. So they don't do like a 3-second, then 5-second, then 10-second. They go to 3 to 8, right? So like 8 is like a perfect, like just to get over there, right? So again, SE, S, 20 Pro 5G, and there was maybe 30 seconds of setup between all three of these. Then I had to take the phone out. Okay, so SE, which I think the SE looks good. The S looks kind of, again, there's something about it. It just seems kind of a little bit muted. It's not bad. Again, I sent this photo to my parents. They thought it was great. Yeah, flat, I guess, is kind of the word, right? Compared to like what we're kind of used to seeing GNSS, right? Again, it's not bad. It's just when you compare it to the others, right? So SE, S, and then the 20 Pro 5G. And by the way, people, I lean when I take photos with people. I don't know. It's something I've always done in all photos. There's nothing wrong with the camera. I just lean. I always lean. It's the weirdest thing, right? And my kids were getting super cranky. The sun's in our eyes. I'm like, why don't you bring your sunglasses with you? So again, SE, S, Pro 5G. All right, there you go. Anyway, did some selfies as well. Selfie camera. So this is the selfie camera on the 20 SE. This is on the lower end of devices, 20 SE. Then we got the 20S. And I don't know, something's up with the SE selfie camera. I thought the S here, the 20S, the mid-grade looked good. And I thought the Pro 5G here looked the most natural. I would be good with either one, the S or the Pro 5G. Something's up with the selfie on the SE. I think there's some more selfies coming on. But again, SE, S, Pro 5G. Okay. Moving on. Check this out. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Lake Louise. Yes, the water is this color. Yes, it is clear, just like that. It was kind of hazy up there. It wasn't smoky. We're supposed to get some of the smoke from BC here pretty quick. So it was definitely kind of hazy. You can see that up in the sky. I'll even show you guys my my Pixel and my Samsung photos later on. But yeah, beautiful. So again, S20S. Again, people, no processing, just taking the shot, right? You got the dock over here. You can see some people, canoers or whatever. You can rent canoes, go on the lake there. Beautiful, beautiful. S. Again, here's the 20S again. I think my son took this. He was kind of zooming in a little bit. All right. Again, the 20S. SE. We got some interference here with the light and the lens. Kind of a little bit of a lens flare thing going on here with the SE. I think the sun was right above us there. That's something that can obviously happen with any camera. Here is kind of a lower shot of the rocks and everything. I think my son was trying to take this. I was like, don't drop it in the water. Yeah, dude, so fresh. Yeah, dude, there was people, like I said, there were people jumping in the water, and I was like, oh, I wish I could jump in the water. But nobody wants to see me jump in the water. Anyway, SE, again, still taking, I think, a decent shot. Here's a little bit, this is much clearer. So you can see how my son took this one here. And I told him, hey, try to focus on the rocks a little bit more, like tap to focus. So when he tapped the focus, he got here. So you can see using the tap to focus there, focusing on the rocks gives a little bit more perspective. He was down low. You can still get the canoers here. You still get a sense of the color of the lake. You know, the sky is the appropriate dull blue because, again, it was kind of hazy up there. We're at a much higher elevation here. Okay, much higher elevation. But I love shots like this with the rocks, kind of a forced perspective kind of thing. Here's the SE, just kind of taken from regular height there. Again, SE, a little bit zoomed in. This right here, what is this? Oh, hold on. This is a quick little video. Nope. Yeah, that was, I don't know if you guys could hear that. Did you guys hear that audio? He said it was super cold. I'm not sure if you guys could hear that or not. Let me just check this. Yeah, this was taken with the S. This is with the 20S. So that was some video there that my son took with the 20S. Let me just play that back. I'll mute it again. He's using the Pixie Mini, like a mini tripod. And this is 4K 30. So, you know, I apologize for the butt. But he just wanted to tell his friends that it was super cold. That's 4K 30 using the 20S. Really, really good. I was impressed. Yeah, because he took this picture after. So 20S again. Again, I like I said, of all the devices, the 20S I think has the best value, in my opinion. If you're deciding between the three, obviously if your budget, if you can go for it, go for the Pro. I mean, honestly, that's just the way to look at it. If those extra features are important to you, definitely go for that. You can see some artifacting here. The zoom is not the greatest on all three of these devices. You know, if you were to post this to social for your friends and family, like Facebook kind of thing, I don't think there'd be any problems with it at all. S going through here. Excuse me. 20 Pro 5G. This, I believe, is the ultra wide on the 20 Pro 5G. At least it looks like an ultra wide. I apologize that it's not. Excuse me. I apologize that it's not level. But if you think back to those other photos I showed you there of the rocks and the water there, I mean, very similar, right? Yeah, Bob. They all start at 128 gigabyte and they go up to 256. Looks like Alaska, dude. I've always wanted to go to Alaska. That's definitely on the bucket list, totally. But yeah, if you think back to the 20S photos and the clarity and you know what we got there with the lake and everything like that, this is very similar, right? 20 Pro 5G again, I think. Yeah, so this is that ultra wide, and then when he went down to regular, I think the sun was also kind of clouding over. Again, you got some dullness going on there, right? Again, this is handheld. It's all on an angle. My son took this of my wife sitting there. Nice photo there. 20 SE. Again, this is for the introductory model. This is the 20 SE. Do you guys have a spare closet I can stay in for a few days? No, I don't, Michael, but we have a really comfortable red couch that you would have to share with Loki. You'd have to share with him. He's a good cuddler. But I like this photo, you know, looking over the shoulder, just kind of taking in the day. That's definitely what we did there. We just kind of sat there for a while, and we all got sunburns. Well, I didn't, but they all did. Again, SE. I mean, not bad, right? I mean, again, if you were to post this to socials, friends, family, and everything, I don't think anybody would really complain about this, right? I mean, if you're a camera snob, whatever, cameras are your thing for your cell phones, I think you might have some issues with this, but I would be happy with this. Right. Little zoom in there on the SE of the canoers. I have to admit, I've never done the canoeing thing. I need to. Yeah, the 20 Pro 5G battery powered is $499 US outright. Amazon link is in the description. Of course, if you go through your carrier, you might get something better. Again, kids are taking pictures of the rocks and everything. They just thought they looked really cool. This is the realities of what I think we have a behind the scenes look of what Lake Louise is like. So they have this dock here and everything like that. So you're not really completely by yourself. There's actually people everywhere. So you have to kind of squeeze in. Like you can see all the people up here. You see all the people? Like just, they're everywhere. Little tripod thing going up here. People doing their thing. 20 SE again, different angle. We went for a little bit of walk. There's a bit of a trail that kind of goes around the edge of the lake here. You know, it's a good brisk walk and everything. You do need your street shoes. It's nice. 20S. Okay, so look at this. SE. Let's do this again. Let's go to the back here. So we got SE, S, and then 5G. Oh, sorry, the 20 Pro. So SE, that's your introductory. 20 SE, 20S, 20 Pro 5G. I would say between all of these, the SE looks the best. Again, it's one of these things where I think you need to take multiple photos to maybe kind of get the thing that you want. You're definitely getting more detail of the lake, of the kind of like the ripples and everything like that in the lake there on the Pro 5G. But I really like the color on the SE here. Really like it. Hey, we got El Jefe reviews in the house. How you doing, buddy? Glad you're here. Yeah, well, also because of pollution, right, Geonosis? Like, no motorized boats. They want to keep it as natural as possible. Like, this is glacier water. Like, even on a hot day, like, it was 25, 26 degrees up there Celsius. You jump in there, you can only stay in for so long because it's glacier water. It's coming off of a glacier. It's cold, man. Let me tell you. You will get hypothermia. You will. Again, El Jefe, glad you're here, buddy. I'm going to give you El Jefe one of these.
All right.
Glad you're here. Going on. Hey, man. We'll work on that, Gino says. I like that idea. Going to move on here. Let's see what other photos we have. Was that it? Was that all the photos we took? Hold on here. Was that all the photos we took? Yeah, I guess that's it. That's all 3 devices right there. Now, let me know in the chat right now. Let me just stop sharing this. Let me know in the chat right now. Do you want to see some of the pictures that I took with my Samsung S21 Plus? Not like obviously, I think it's hard to kind of compare those devices because they're completely different type of markets. My wife also took pictures with her Pixel 4a, which used to be my Pixel 4a, but she stole it from me. So let me know in the chat. I can quickly bring those up. I've already put them into folders here, and we can definitely look at those, okay? Okay, so, yeah, we got one person here with battery powered saying, yep, let's see the S21 pics here. Yeah, I have some really nice ones. I got this one shot, this kind of like forced perspective shot that I took that I really love. Yeah, let me show you this. Let me show you guys this. This is most of my shots are very similar, but I took this one with the S21 Plus, and I'll show you how it was set up. Okay, so again, you got Lake Louise in the background there. You can see the V shape of the mountains, the lake going back there. You got the blue and everything like that, and you got a nice kind of focus there on the pine tree, right? Let me show you how this shot was done. Literally me standing there in front of the tree, tapping on the tree. And then we got this, right? That's how that happened. So we went from this, you know, how the shot was done. Here's the shot. We got Rod Tech in the house. How you doing, buddy? I'm glad you're here. Glad you're here. Rosted. How you doing? Glad you're here. Lots of people in the house tonight. Glad you guys are here. But yeah, I didn't even know my wife took this photo with her Pixel. This is taking with her Pixel of me taking a picture. So it's a picture of me taking pictures. So meta, right? But I love how this shot turned out. I haven't even put it on Instagram yet, but I love how that shot turned out. I'm just going to stop sharing here real quick. And I'm going to bring up some of the lake photos that I took with my Samsung. Let's see here. Here's one I took with my Samsung. Oh. Okay, so this one right here was taken with the S21 Plus. We were on the other side of the lake, basically. So where all those other photos were taken, where it's kind of like over here. So we're kind of along the path here, and there's like flowers and everything all along the side. And again, you can see how calm it is, the rocks, the blue. I thought this came up really perfect. Kind of got down low there. I think this is using just a regular angle. Michael Pepper says, I have really bad pine allergies. Be dying there. Yeah, dude. Pop an allergy pill. I always take a Reactin every morning. All right. And I'm going to show you guys a couple of Pixel photos as well. What else do I have here? What else do I have here? Nope, don't want to show that one. No, it's nothing bad. I'm just kidding. Let's go to, so my wife made a folder called Pixel 4a Banff Lake Louise. And so the following photos are all done, again, at Lake Louise with the Pixel 4a. Okay? No processing, no filters, nothing like that, okay? Pixel 4a. Okay? This is my wife took these photos, not me. Okay? So this is like total, you know, total, I guess, regular consumer kind of taking photos and everything like that, right? So she, you know, you get kind of the same sort of thing if you kind of think back to the TCL devices there. Very similar. Again, it was very hazy up there, right? May have not been the best. I took this picture of them with the Pixel 4a. So you get kind of an idea here. The lake, now Now, she took this one with a Pixel 4a plus the moment lens, but she didn't have the device properly properly level and everything like that. So, actually, there's a video there. My son was trying to do something. But here's a nice ultra wide using an 18 millimeter moment lens. And that's nice that Moment does that. It's nice that Moment has those cases so you can add those lenses on. I have an upcoming live stream about the Moment lenses and some photos I'll be putting on Twitter and Instagram for you guys. Okay. Selfie with the Pixel. My daughter and my wife there. My son, he has to point at his face all the time, just to make sure you know to look at his face. And this was an extra special shot because, you know, gotta make sure he's there. There's a little walking bridge thing before you go onto the path there. You see on the right side, we just snapped some nice photos there. Again, picture of me taking a picture. The kids in the lake, just kind of getting their feet wet and touching the water. I'm not sure why my wife took this picture. I think she was trying to get the sign here. Chateau, Lake Louise, because the chateau is right behind us. A picture of me taking another picture. Kids checking out the lake. That one's not in focus. This one is in focus though. This yellow flower here along the walking path. Again, just you know, kind of a perspective of. So let me just mute this here. So it gives you this is the Pixel 4a video. Again, just handheld. So you get a really good idea of the size of the lake. So here's Chateau Lake Louise over here. It's super expensive to stay at, but there's other places within the area that you can stay at that are much more friendly on the wallet. But yeah, the lake is that color. So when people see these pictures out here and they're like, oh, is the lake really that color? Yeah, it is. It's glacier fed, and because of the minerals in the water, that's what it looks like. Selfie with the Pixel 4a. I really like this one. It says, hi there, I'm Zach, check out my beard. Or Rod says, the one on the bridge is nice. Yeah, man. Almost doesn't look real. Michael Pepper says, it's real, buddy. Not quite in focus. And then I didn't know my wife took this. This was that's a little behind the scenes of Zach being a dad. My daughter, she's like, I want to hold your hand. I'm like, okay. And when you're a big guy like me, everybody gets out of the way. But you can look at all the people here. Like, you can see all these people here. This guy's getting out of the water. So it's times like this, not to get all sappy with you guys, but like I love just simple moments like this with my family. Just, you know. Anyway, again, some more simple Pixel 4a. I mean, there's one of the rivers on the way in. I think that's the Bow River coming into Calgary, basically, because you're driving along it the whole time. Like the rivers are that color. Like you do not want to fall in these rivers. They're cold. Castle Mountain. You guys know Castle Mountain. We've taken a picture many times. Castle Mountain here. Castle Mountain there. So it looks like a castle. Again, these are Pixel 4a photos, and some art on the side of the way, on the highway here to pay respects to 215 and what's going on up here in Canada. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please look it up. We're going through some things up here in Canada. We're making some reconciliations, and we're finding out some dark things about Canada's past, but not to put a damper on things. It's just a reality of things of what's going on up here. But there you guys go. TCL devices. Let me know in the comments or the chat here, you know, which one based on those photos would you pick? You know, the 20 Pro 5G I think is kind of a no-brainer because it's on the higher end. But I would have, and I said this before during kind of my semi 24-hour, 72-hour reviews, that I would have no problem, you know, suggesting any of these, depending on the use case. Like if you're a camera person, camera is like, I gotta have a really good camera, but I don't want to destroy my wallet. You probably want to look at the Pro 5G. But I think you would also be happy over here. If you're looking for just bare bones, stripped down, I just need a phone, text, phone call. You know, this is gonna be it right here for you. The SE. Nothing wrong with that. Huge big screen. Lots to like about these devices, people. Definitely. Anyway. How long has it been? Oh my god, it's been 48 minutes. So I've been streaming since 3 hours ago. Wow. First on Painfully Honest Tech, live, his new live channel. Glad to be back on with Jason there. And then over here, hopefully I can keep this up on Tuesdays. I really hope I can. And I'm going to find out what's going on with my volume, people. I don't know. I really hope my MacBook is not going kaput, but I have a feeling it's either the MacBook, something to do with the input, or it's something to do with the interface. So I'm going to run some more tests and things like that. I haven't changed anything. Like I haven't updated anything recently, so I don't know what is going on. We'll definitely figure it out. But hey, listen, you guys know I stream here every Tuesday, Thursday at 10:15 p.m. Eastern time. That's 7:15 p.m. on the on the West Coast. Again, sorry, let me rephrase it. 7:15 p.m. on the West Coast, 8:15 p.m. Mountains, 9:15 p.m. Central, 10:15 Eastern. Why do I list my times and my tweets and everything as Eastern? Because it just seems to be the norm and most people can count back or whatever it is. But I'm actually Mountain Time. So 10:15 Eastern, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Extra streams thrown in here and there. You know, you guys are definitely going to see more published stuff from me here soon, and not just clips. So we're going to be changing some things around here on the channel here pretty quick, and just to play around the algorithm and stuff like that. So I appreciate all you guys. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up if you haven't yet. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate everybody watching and listening, everything on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube tonight. Bob Grimes says he did not get a notification. Jason's on his new channel, so Bob, look it up. Painfully Honest Live, Live. This is a new channel. That might be what you need to subscribe to. Yeah. Tech 702 says Pro 5G, obviously, but choice above the Pixel out there. I'll probably grab the mid-range. Yeah, you know, I'm looking forward to the Pixel 5a or whatever they call their new mid-range, and of course they got the 6 and the 6 Pro coming out, or whatever they call it. We will have to see. Yeah, man. I'm not sure what's going on with the microphone. Weird things. I just I don't want things to conk out. And you know how the other day I was with Jason with that 4-hour stream and my video was going? It happened again tonight, but until I did a reboot, and I was fine before I did the show here. So I'm actually on the original Camlink clone, and this is the Camlink that saved me tonight on Painfully Honest Tech, but now the clone is working fine. So I really hope it's nothing with my MacBook, because it literally just sits here. And I don't plan on replacing it till the fall. I need it to last until the new Mac Minis come out, so I can, you know, trade it in. We'll see. Anyway, folks, I'll let you guys all go. You guys all have a great night. I'll catch you guys on Twitter, and then next time, the next stream on Thursday, okay? Take care. Cheers.